Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm asking everybody out there, are you ready? Point MMA. Are you technically ready? Well, we're going to get you ready. We're going to provide you with the tools to tap back in to the technical aspect of life, man. The technical aspect of not worrying about quantity, but quality. That's what traditional martial arts is all about. That perfect kata, that perfect punch, that perfect bow, that perfect eye contact, that perfect black belt shake, that perfect interaction with the customer, with the student. That's what technique's all about. When you got perfection in technique, you have perfection in thinking. You have perfection in living. You have perfection in giving. Everything that you do is striving for the ultimate goal of total perfection. Knowing that you will never be perfect. But guess what? You will make progress every step of the way. That's why when you giving it all you got, more than 110%, when you fall down, you get right back up. It's not the man that don't fall down or the woman that don't fall down. That's important. It's the one that got knocked down and get right back up. You might be lost, but nah, where you at? Come on, I'm going with this. No, I gotta go. That's the true art of martial arts. We don't need nothing outside of us, nothing on our bodies, nothing external to make us truly feel like we got what it takes to be great. We were born with the tools to be great. Martial arts is all about mind, body, and spirit. Sports karate, the days of Karate Illustrated, and before that with the black belt and with the Inside Kung Fu magazines and the PKL, and then you go into NASCAR. I was there. I was probably one of the first members that paid his dollars when the KKI let it go, and it went on to like become PKL right there with Mr. Hart. And now to see NASCAR, the North American Sports Karate Association, the biggest and probably the only sports karate association in martial arts to produce more celebrities than any other sport of martial arts out there, in movies and beyond. And guess what? Point MMA is bringing that element of what is missing back. I remember fighting. You can see it on YouTube, check it. I remember, if you look back and look at some of the pictures, I remember fighting and falling down and getting back up. Yeah, we probably didn't grapple. Yeah, the grapple was the street. That's how the fight always ended, on the street. Box, grab him, take him down, slam him into the concrete, do whatever. But in martial arts, it was always about sweeping and drop front kicks and jump reverse punches, which you call Superman punches, no head gear, all that. Yeah, it was point, but it was hard points. You can get injured. I done got some busted lips. People done got some fractured ribs. My first tournament out competing at 17, I had to fight from the ground. A guy that had no legs. Yeah, most people don't believe that story, but I remember it. But it was my ability to learn how to ground fight from the Kung Fu movies and the art of Kung Fu, from the book Sifu Douglas Wong, Kung Fu, A Way of Life. Man, yeah, I was ready. So I won that fight. And I remember losing for first place because I got hit with a reverse punch by the young man that comes from the Baltimore famous Avengers, Con Avon. He hit me so hard in my gut that it just, you thought that he just ripped a hole inside of me. I promised myself that would never happen again. And I just began to condition myself. So I'm asking you again, are you ready? Are we ready to revisit the true elements and essence of what martial arts is all about? Many people say, I don't want to compete in them tournaments, forget this, forget that, but come on. We live in a competitive society. Everybody don't want to do MMA at that level, and it's not a need to. In the NFL, they got the NFL. They got a league below the NFL where they play on, indoor. You got touch football, you got tag football, you got flag football. You got all different levels. This is our level where we're taking the best of point karate techniques and allowed everybody to adapt their own style, their own method around it. To me, it's like I envision the game of death. It's like, and that's how the sport used to be. If you was a Toki heel who was a traditional, karate style is traditional. You fought and you won with your traditional art. You didn't get down and do all this stuff that everybody else was doing and truly change to become one way. And you can see it in MMA right now. people are coming in with those traditional things that you said that wasn't practical. And we all say, oh man, it takes too long to get a black belt to really train. Come on, we lost that element when we became so commercial. And commercial is good. It's important because we should be able to gain financial growth from our sport. MMA at least showed us that. The one problem that we have with our sport, yeah, our players weren't getting paid. They weren't able to feed their families and take care of their families from that sport. Since the great Chuck Merman left the sport with the sponsors of the Budweiser and all those things. Yeah, we've seen it before. You've seen money. You've seen sponsorship. We never had a chance to really transcend. This is another step towards allowing the next generation to protect the sports karate legacy. So one day, maybe our athletes in sports karate, in the traditional arts, the taekwondo, the shotokan, the kung fu, whatever it may be, we can go in and we can compete and represent what our love and our expression of the martial arts is all about, and counter and defend against whatever else someone is bringing. What wins basketball games? Defense. What wins football games? Defense. You don't do what the other player's doing. You try to counter what he's doing and do what you're good at. That's what Point MMA is all about. But a safe, a fun, and an effective way to really exert the technique. In the dojo doing practice, we call it sweat the technique. We call it getting in shape and sweating through the technical execution of perfect. Are you ready? Point MMA. Are you technically ready?